welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers at the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strike saves lives and prevents the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, subscriptions, likes, or comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Yes, you know that there's a saying that the Lord give it and the Lord take it away. If you look right now on your thumb, your LCD, you see the man in the middle that's laughing. Yeah, man, that man, his name is Hector Bingie White, retired senior superintendent of police. Yeah, man was a crime fighter. Yeah, crime fighter for Jamaica. But not only that he was a crime fighter, but he was a known comrade. Yes, very, very close friend of George Pang. Yeah, man, Pepper from Jonestown, that same man. The gang leader for the Bibao Posse. Yes, and they say in Jamaica gangs are illegal, but Pepper have a license gun, And that's how it is. I have never spoken to the man ever in my life. Never. Because I'm the kind of person, I do not like people that violate other people's rights. That is just me. So, yeah, Bingie White has passed away yesterday. And, we have worked with him a few times. And we're going to share some memories of him. But first, we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we want to use this opportunity to, to express our deepest condolences to his family and the passing of this man. Yes, Bingie White was, honestly, he was one of, if you work with him, you will never have a dull day because he's a very jovial man. Although he's an officer, he never seems, Bingie White never sees himself as superior to his junior. He always sees himself as a member of the team. You understand? But in a team you have to have respect for the leader. And I have worked with him a few times, Yes. So we at the Jamaica Young Police channel want to express our deepest condolences on the passing of Hector Bingie White, yes. We pray that you and your family find solace knowing that he's in the arms of the Lord. The memories of Bingie White will forever be etched in your brain and our brain. Rest in peace, Bingie White. So, we are saddened, we are deeply saddened to hear about the passing of Bingie White. Yes, Bingie White, I had the pleasure of working with him. When he was at Mobile Reserve, yes, and he had a guy by the name, his driver, by the name of Winthrop Riley. Riley died maybe 20 years ago or thereabout. But I'm telling you, Yes, and Bingie White, he saw Bingie White as his father, but Riley was a man who loved promotion and he whines about, although he was a young police, he had reached far because in his short career stint, coming from being a warder and then to become even a detective. We went on, CIB course together. So I had the pleasure of working with Bingie White, and I will always cherish the memories of his kindness, his sense of humor, and his dedication to his work. Yeah, SSP Hector Bingie White was truly a special person. Yeah, man, he was truly a special person. He was always willing to go to the extra mile for his colleagues and friends. And he always had a smile on his face. he was a valuable team leader. Yes, I worked with him a few times and he would be deeply missed by everyone who knew him. We know that no words can truly express the pain of losing a loved one. But we want you to know that our thoughts and prayers are with you during this difficult time. Please accept our deepest condolences for your loss. Yes. And we're just gonna share, a special experience, memory that we have with Bingie White. Yeah, and to show our gratitude for, the friendship and support. Yeah, man, I'll never forget the time, man, that Bingie White, we were on patrol. Yes, as a young detective at Unsby, we didn't have any service vehicle, so we had to. Yes, I've said it more on one occasions. We didn't have any service vehicle at Unsby because the Michael Manley government had starved the police force of service vehicle. Yeah, we didn't have any service vehicle, so we had to rely on mobile reserve to patrol. And I was one of the person that they had sent out there, myself and Bobby. And I can tell you, even when it was raining, Bingie White was on the street, and we were out there. And I remember this guy that was on his team. Yeah, the guy wasn't Flowers, and they call him Ninja. And I can tell you, you cannot have a dull day around Bingie White. He will kill you with joke. That's how the man is, a very jovial person. You understand? Yeah, that Bingie White was that kind of person. And working with the man, you will have a beautiful time. Yeah, man, you're going to have a marvelous time working with him. Bingie White, he was such not only a jovial person, but he was, especially to young police officer. Bingie White was a man who loved to muster people, especially people who are not, not attractive, like people like Ox and Cowboy. I can tell you this. This is when it comes down to Bingie White personally. Bingie White, I know that he have a disdain for Cowboy. I know that he died with Cowboy in his heart. Yes, Derek Cowboy Knight. Most people don't even know that. Bingie White hated every fiber inside of Cowboy Knight. Although they might think that they have patched up things, but he have a deep-seated hatred for him because what Cowboy had done to a policeman that used to work with Bingie White during the 1990 gas riot. The policeman, I'm not going to call his name. I don't remember his name. Never worked with him. I wasn't even present when it happened. Because I do believe in redemption. And what was happening was that the policeman during the gas riot in Waterhouse, he's from Waterhouse. He had stolen hey, look, it's when people are kleptomania, them just thief. You understand? It's like the man who work at the airport and thief one plane tire, an engineer, and he has no plane to put it on. Just thief, him just want it as souvenir for saying have a plane tire. I don't know how people brain work like that and just give away him job, him life, and mess up him evening, him his future. So the policeman during the gas riot, he's from Waterhouse, and people were gunshot, and police and gunmen were trading gunshots, and they had rob mackerels. Mackerel, they come in keg. If you know what kegs, keg, what they call keg, it's that big plastic drum. Yeah, where they keep saltfish and salt pork and not saltfish. Salt pork and salt mackerel, that kind of meat that they keep in there. So this policeman had stolen two mackerel, 2 keg of mackerel, or 2 bucket, or you understand, of mackerel, salt mackerel. And Cowboy had held him, and he had a firearm on him, and he had to identify himself that he works with Bingie White and stuff like that. And Derek Cowboy Knight is the kind of policeman where he doesn't give blight that easily. The only blight that he will give people is when he receives money, especially from King Jammys, the producer. It doesn't matter what kind of crime the person commit. Once he gets money, yes, that's him. Yeah, man, I can tell you, because even a case that he was a case of murder, I know that he was investigating. Yes, and the person who gave him the $100,000, the hairdresser, you understand, and Cowboy, what Derek Cowboy did then, although I'm digressing, I'm just telling you the kind of person he is. What he did then was took $100,000 from the accused man family member, but it was given to him by a third party, the hairdresser. And I knew the hairdresser too, you understand, in Kingston 13. And he gave the witnesses wrong date. So when the man went to court, they adjourned the case, sign or die, because no witness turned up. I don't know how people like him sleep at night. Or you do something like that, a murder case, you take $100,000. But these are the police officers, the police force cater for, You understand? Because he was corrupt. So right now you're looking at Bingie White, the veteran crime fighter, senior superintendent of police, retire. He's the little short man, and he's talking with Meverell Smith, SSP Meverell Smith. Meverell Smith is a known comrade. If you know what comrade mean, then I don't have to explain to you. Bingie White was a comrade too. He has been friend with George Bang from he was a young police officer. Number one, to each his own. I could not be friends with a friend with someone like that because of money, because I know that he's a gang leader and stuff like that. But he was very valuable to George Bang, because gunmen in Jonestown or Concrete Jungle that George Bang have problem with. Bingie White is the man that would, he would pass the information on, and they would, go on the raids and take them on and dust them out. I remember a raid on Septimus Street. I was, we were there. The police, they had dirted 3 men. Bingie White had led the raid. It was George Bang information, and one of the police officers was killed in the house, and one was injured. Yeah, that was George Bang. That was George Bang. Yeah, that was George Bang Pepper, or Power Man, whatever you want to call him. That was his information, because he had some problems with the gunmen. You understand? So, moving back to what we were talking about with Bingie White and Cowboy. So, Bingie White had asked, he had came to Huntsby and asked Cowboy to give the policeman a chance because he's young and he could redeem himself. And knowing that man, he did not give the policeman a charge. So the policeman was granted bail, and he jumped the case, abscond bail, and the case was tried in absentia, and the judge had sentenced him to 9 months in prison. I don't know where the policeman is living right now as we speak, and I don't remember his name. But just to show you how corruption works in the police force. So at the time when Derek Cowboy Clapping Knight, Arsmouth Knight arrested the same policeman, he had men in custody at Huntsby. Yes, he had men in custody. They weren't charged. They were arrested on suspicion for robbery. But it's not really any robbery per se. The thing is that these men, there was a Chinaman that he was shipping some cocaine to the United States of America via air freight company. And these men, they get word of the shipment and they stole it. Yeah, they stole the shipment of drugs from the Chinaman. And the Chinaman word reached, and it reached Cowboy. So watch Cowboy, these men buy F-150 and another vehicle. So the same time when Cowboy arrested the same policeman, he had 3 men in custody at Huntsby that he was extorting for money, because they had stolen the coke from the Chinaman, and these men, they bought new vehicles and stuff from the cocaine that they had stolen. And Cowboy And Cowboy he was extorting them for them to give him money to release them. So he had arrested the policeman whilst he was arresting somebody for dishonesty. He had 3 people in custody that he was extorting at the time. One thing I can tell you, I Chris Porter don't tell lies on people. And those who were working at Special Anti-Crime Task Force will remember. Because Cowboy, why it was dismantled, you know. So, moving on. So, the policeman was arrested and charged, granted bail and abscond bail, and migrated and leave the country. I don't know where he's living. I don't know if they have gazetted the warrant, the warrant for him, so that, you know, wherever you are in the world, they would just execute the warrant and just, you know, send him back to Jamaica, and he had to do his 9 months in prison because that case was tried in absentia. You see, it's because a policeman, you know. You know, if it was a criminal, that judge would not try that case in absentia. So it goes to show you, you know, how the system works. If you're a criminal, the things works better for you, but if you're a police, it goes against you. Not that we're condoning, we don't condone thief in police, because him should not thief the mackerel. So, after the policeman absconded bail and the case was tried, and the judge, because there was no attorney there representing him, so, you know, it's Cowboy information, and gave evidence at the time he was an inspector, yes, at Olympic Gardens. And he's an arrogant guy, you know, arrogant and very loud and obnoxious and belligerent. He's not he's not a people person. Any person who tells you that they are friends with Cowboy Knight, they are not friends with him. They are friends with him because they have money. This is a man who has zero tact, and he has zero finish. He has no people skills. That man friend is only money. He has no relationship with people out there. It's his relationship is money. That's the kind of person he is. I can't tell. Even police, if you have police right now who is his friends, or his friend, is because of money. That man is not a genuine person. I work with him and I can tell you that. So Bingie White, they get out, they receive information about the extortion of the men that bought the vehicle in Olympic Gardens police area. And Bingie White them decide to, hey, we get even with a brother, because him a thief and him lock up one of our thief, and we ask him to give our thief a break, so we go at him. Bingie White are one bad man police, and although you see him look like shot, yeah. If you work with Bingie White, any police officer who work with Bingie White will tell you that Bingie White is an officer who stand up for his men and women. Bingie White don't leave them out there. Bingie White, yes, him cuss bad word like, I tell you, you know, but good. Although the man they are big PMP supporter and activist. When I say activist, it's not him out there and I tell you, say, boy, I'm a PMP, and he wasn't like a Renita Adams. Better than Renita Adams, you know, but the thing is that now what they say about Bingie White, he wasn't that book smart, you understand? And the way that Renita Adams, you know, him loved the limelight, Bingie White wasn't that kind of person, but him very brave. All of the real crime fighters them drop out this year, you know. Pusey gone, Delroy Hewitt, and now Bingie White. But Bingie White are a real general in a real crime fighter mobile reserve. Because from me, I look at you to hear about Bingie White as a uniform police. Because the man spend all of them years, you know, always out there fight on the front line, you know. Yeah, man, a whole heap of criminal, them man, that's right, you know. Yeah, man, Bingie White in the play. So Bingie White now, at the time, he was stationed at Ruthven Road, so they got the information now, because the policeman is from Waterhouse that Cowboy arrested, and these men are from Olympic Garden police here, so they got the information, and Bingie White, Special Anti-Crime, went down there, seized the vehicle them and arrest the same men them, but not to extort them. And Bingie White, they collect statements from them, damaging statements, you know, to arrest Cowboy Knight now for corruption. Because the men them, how much money them give him on them thing there. And guess what now? So the Commissioner of Police, Francis Webb, is a very close friend of Cowboy Knight, Ox and the others. I used to be around him before all of them. I knew him from I was a cadet at the Jamaica Police Academy from '87. At the time he was ASP. So although I'm digressing, so I'm just giving you things, context. So when Francis Swab became SSP, he had a business at Waltham and Longard Avenue. So every time he was coming to his business, his ice cream business, with his wife, Bobby and I, he always requested for, Bobby and I to be there with him. So right through that time, SSP, then AC, we were always with him. Even when he was at his cousin Darker's place up by Tap Greenwich Farm, and in night when we riding bicycle, and then then after that bike and until he leave out of the police area. You understand? There's some things that we're not gonna talk about because we know that as personal things, so we're not gonna say things about him, to cause any problems with him or his wife. Those things are a theme thing, that you understand. But so we were around him. When he became commissioner, cause we don't run behind people, so when he became commissioner of police, I was same time when I got my thing, so I was abroad. So they told him he went to Sting that year, and they told him backstage that because he was asking for me, everyone from Unsby who knew him when he got the nod to lead the police force, and they told him that I was away. I had left the force, and because of one and two little things, but I did not left the force yet. Just because I had received my my thing, and you understand, I spend the Christmas here. So at the time now, when he was commissioner of police, he had received information about what Cowboy Knight had done with the policeman and and the extortion of the coke thing with the men in the vehicle. So, and Bingie White, they get the detective them at Special Anti-Crime Task Force to collect statements and stuff like that. And they had it damaging, Yes, man, that would have sent Cowboy a prison for about 5 years. And he went now, so I'm telling you, his godfather thing is a good thing in a police force when you're a criminal, A person, I don't believe a person have to be well, them have criminal ways, so we have to use it legal terminology. Them have criminal ways. So when the commissioner of police left, Tilford Johnson, who is one of their protector, yes, Tilford Johnson. So Bingie White, the hell bent for him to get trouble, So they were trying to get the file siphoned through the system without going through certain channel in the police force, and they got wind of it, and deputy information received and obtained that deputy commissioner of police, his name is Tilford Johnson, he went down there, down by Special Anti-Crime, and requested the file and all copies of his statement and everything, and took it from them, and then that's how they dissolve Special Anti-Crime Task Force, mash it up. One man caused that. Derek Cowboy, Arsmouth, Clappy Knight, because he had people who in high places that protected him. So they dismantled Special Anti-Crime Task Force, not because it wasn't performing, but because to protect Cowboy Knight. And then they transfer all of the police demand that cases die a natural death. Then he got promoted. So that goes to show you how the police force operate then. And we can see it even now, because we see it with the crime chief in East Kingston. So if you have a corrupt organization, and the organization is not reading itself for corruption, the people is not going to have any trust in it. So that is something that I remember, another thing that I remember vividly about Bingie White. If you ever been around this man, trust me, you will never have a dull day. Bingie White will kill you with joke. That's the kind of person. He was very jovial and likable man. Yes, you know, I knew that he had a policewoman. Her name was Steer, an Indian girl. Yes, I know that she have 2 kids for him. I don't know if she's still his wife, and I don't know where she at. But our deepest condolences to her and his children. We had worked at a few functions with his sons because he had a security company. You understand? But Bingie White was something else, man. But he will be missed. And this only goes to show you that none of us is going to be here forever. It doesn't matter how we think we are smart, we think that we are better than people, we are richer than them, we are more, we can articulate more than them. At the end of the day, a man is just a man. All of us will have to take this journey. What you want your legacy to be. You understand? And that's the most important thing. Because once you reach a certain age, you cannot stop the clock. Because your time, it's like a line. Sometimes people, they get kicked out of the line early. You understand? Yes. Renita Adams was a baby police to Bingie White, but him rise to prominence all because, them use CVM to prop him up because he was a PMP LGBTQ plus activist for the PMP criminal government. Yeah, so that's why them prop up Renita. But Renita Adams a baby police to Bingie White. So most people would think that Renita Adams a baby to Bingie White. Remember I tell you that. Renita Adams, it's like, with Renita Adams and Bingie White, Renita Adams would be like, some old man, and all of a sudden them become this big star, met them with this big hit, and I said, wait, I went there all these years, you understand? And I must say, somebody write the lyrics a female, so him get a bus. That's how Renita Adams ever having a track record like Bingie White and Pusey, Delroy Hewitt, Arthur Brown, we work with him cool. Baker, and and some others are Mobile Reserve. Yeah, man, Mobile Reserve. You have some serious police who used to work there, and you see what they have done? They dismantle it. So anything that's effective in the Jamaica Constabulary Force to curb crime, they dismantle it. So no wonder why crime is on the increase in Jamaica, and it's going to get worse. But Bingie White will be surely missed by all people who knew him, and it's just really sad. It's a sad day today. Yeah, so we cannot finish this video without giving you some at least something a little of Bingie White. You understand? Because Bingie White was a very jovial person. If you were a police officer, you know about a thing they call muster. Yeah. Bingie White was a man who loved to muster people. So I remember. One day he was at in our own space CIB office and he was watching the television, and as one of these men that you're looking at was on the television, and Bingie White jokingly said that that man was being chased by the zoo catchers from Hope Zoo, and that he had to fire some shots to save the man's life. Yeah. So I don't know, why he said that. He said that the man he had to fire a shot to save the man's life. I don't know if you want to say it's because the man looks like he belongs in the zoo, so they thought that he was an escapee. Yeah, man, that's Bingie White. So yes. So as you can see, yes, that's you see the man who's the tall man, with the purple tie. That's the man. That's his name. That's the one they call Cowboy. That's the one who arrested the policeman for thieving the mackerel. And at the same time, he was extorting 3 men who were in custody for thieving cocaine from a businessman. Yes, and the man in the pink shirt, I don't know how Tony come by that. They call him Donovan. His name is Donovan O'Connor. You understand? And that's him in the pink shirt right there. Yeah, so the photographs that you're seeing on the the LCD, yeah, these are when the men were at the funeral of the late SSP Tony Hewitt. Yes, and you know right there, you see that woman, she a veteran crime fighter. She the late SSP Artist Brown Gittin. Why should I kill Baba Gittin with bun? I tell you, and that's a great Calvin Benjamin, SSP Benjamin. Yes, man. They say, boy, as a detective, they will tell you. I knew him from he was at East Kingston. Yes, and they say, but hey, look, and he was he's a very close friend of Danai Williams too. Calvin Benjamin, and they say that Calvin Benjamin is a man. If that man is investigating a case against you, he will manufacture evidence to send you to prison. You have done it to several police officers. A police officer by the name of Lawrence. I don't remember. I know the policeman brother name is Patrick, but that policeman spent 20 years in prison. So that's how it is. So yeah, so you're looking at veteran crime fighter, senior superintendent of police, retired, Hector Bingie White. Yeah, man, and he passed away yesterday, October 5th, 2023. And, hope his soul rest in peace. As you know, none of us is going to be here forever, and his time has come. As my mother has always said about death. She always said it doesn't make sense. She said when somebody dies, the people normally label them as them enemy rejoice. But she always said the difference with the person who die and our people that's living is just that some people will die before others, but all of us will die. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.